Well, it's truly an honor to receive recognition from the Gateway Classic because it's been a staple in our community. It's known for helping people, and I can relate to that. So this is truly an honor.
Receiving this award from the Gateway Classic means so much to me because it's part of Earl Wilson's legacy. Earl was a dear friend, a mentor. I had the opportunity to serve on the board initially, and the legacy is what has been the great contribution of the Gateway Foundation, the many youth that have been helped, and the various events that have come about as a result of Earl. The legacy is youth, the legacy is making this a better community, and for this great institution, organization, to recognize me in the same breath as the founder, Earl Wilson, or in conjunction with the Gateway Foundation, is a legacy that says to me, job well done.
I am ecstatic. I am excited to receive this award because it means so much. It would be one that I would cherish for the rest of my life, and I will be just eagerly grateful and will always be grateful to the Gateway Classic.
I know of his desire and commitment to make the Classic something that is a major part of the St. Louis community, and all the work that he put into building the Classic to make it what it is today, to make it an organization that meets the needs of so many young people in the community, and to be a part of that and to be honored by the organization that he established and developed and grew is a great honor to me.
It's important. Well, first of all, it's very exhilarating that I received this award. I was just thrilled when I got the letter and talked with people, and you can't help but think of the late Earl Wilson. I had the pleasure of serving on his first board and also working with him in many capacities. He was a delightful enigma all by himself. And then when I see Richard taking on the banner, and then Dawn Fuller, Richard Gray and Dawn Fuller, I want to give credit to them for carrying on this legacy. A lot of people cannot continue what their family has started. And I'm just delighted that they have continued this, and they are the same bloodline. And I think that's very significant in America, where the sky is the limit.
I don't know what I consider myself famous, but I would always say that I know famous people who have helped made a lot of us that's not so famous have made us to the point where we are today, and have pushed and helped and shoved us to do the kinds of things that famous people do.
No, I wouldn't. I don't consider myself famous. I consider myself as someone who was very fortunate to grow up with great parents, someone who my parents encouraged me strongly to get a good education, develop some principles and values about taking care of people, looking back to help others, a sense of commitment to my community.
No, I don't consider myself famous, but I would like for people to recognize me as having restaurants in St. Louis, and I try to have the best restaurants. It's an honor to feed so many people, and Sweetie Pies is known throughout the world, so this is truly making me famous.
I consider myself to be committed. I consider myself to be involved, and I consider that myself to have made a difference. I've left the Urban League better than I found it. Most of the boards that I have served on, I've left the institutions, the organizations better. So I see myself as committed. There may be some notoriety because of being president of the Urban League. I'm visible in the media, but I'm not famous. I'm not even significant, other than in the sense that I have made a difference, and I think I left it better than I found it.
For what? And the question is, I would think that a lot of people are famous for any number of reasons. But let's just say when I go out, a lot of people say, "Hi, Ida." So, and I know a lot of people And I may not be the best person to email and get all that on the email and all the technology, but I can tell you one thing, I know names and numbers. All right, so I think I'm famous for knowing a lot of people. That I'm see the cup half full all the time. No matter what's happening, I see that the Lord has still blessed me, and I believe He's going to bless me some more. But if He doesn't do anything else for me, as the song said, He's already done enough. So I want people to remember that I'm always ready to help. And I wish that other people around me were a little more willing to help. You may not get credit for everything you do. You may not get credit for every idea. You may not be thanked by the people, but it's going to come back to you. I am a witness that it comes back. This award is a blessing for me.
I want people to remember me for my commitment, my involvement and dedication to the betterment of the quality of life of this community, the betterment of the urban League of Metropolitan St. Louis, and again, to remember that James Buford tried, he did the best he could, and he left it better than he found it. My legacy is I made a difference. As many of the ministers say from the pulpit, it's not the beginning date, the ending date, but what did you do with the dash? I want it to be said that the dash was a life well lived. It's not longevity, it's the quality of the life you live. And I want people to remember me as an individual who tried and made a difference.
I want people to remember me as a person that's loving, caring, kind, compassionate, and want to do something more than what I've always done, to do something for the poor and help those that are less fortunate than we are.
My legacy. I don't know. I mean, I think that I've had several different careers, you know, one in political world and one in not-for-profit healthcare and one in corporate America. So I would hope that my legacy is someone who's adaptable, someone who can analyze a problem or situation and get it done, and as someone who, if you need a tough job to get finished and completed, call Richard.
I want people to remember me by my restaurants and also as being the matriarch of my family. I love my family and I like being the leader. My legacy, I'd like for people to remember Miss Robbie for always giving second chances, trying to lend a hand, and doing whatever I can to help out the community.